Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing something quite different from what I typically do, because what I typically do is I pick a project that I want to work on and I'm like, oh, I'm going to work on this project in this video, and then I just record myself work on that project. What I'm going to be doing today is like a challenge. I want to see how many granny squares I can make today. So the thing is, I have a bunch of different colors, but I don't have enough of these different colors to make a full project. So I figured out, mixing these colors and making granny squares would actually help me to make things with yarn, right? And the thing is, I keep having to buy yarn for like new projects. I keep having to get new yarn for new projects when I have all this yarn that I'm not using because I just don't know how to mix and match the colors correctly. So I picked out the colors that I'm going to be using, and they are all on that stool right there. I'm going to show you a video of everything. So this is what the colors look like. I actually have some new colors that I have not added to the pile here. I thought it was going to rain. Also, I don't know, I'm so scared to go out today because the last time I went out, when it was looking like this gloomy, when it looked as if it was going to rain, I actually got drenched. Like, I was super drenched with the rain. The rain drenched me. Like, I was wet for the whole day, and I had nowhere else to go. I could not change my clothes. I just had to stay in my wet clothes. I was so cold. I was shivering. Oh my god. So now I'm having PTSD. I'm scared that that the moment I get outside it's going to start raining. So I hope I don't get drenched in the rain today. That's my one true prayer today. Anyways, let's get started with crocheting all of this. um I'm actually using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and so I'm going to be starting with lilac and is it fuchsia pink, or I don't know if it's hot pink, or I don't even know what color it is. I don't know, man. First thing we're doing is like the daisy flower design. I'm going to be using pink and lilac. So instead of using daisy colors, I'm going to be using, oh Jesus, why is it so hard to find the I don't even have the energy to deal with. Oh, it's actually falling apart easily. Is it? I don't have the energy to deal with this guy, so I'm just going to. Yeah, I'll keep it for something else. When I have the energy, I will unravel that. If I'm wondering, this is one of the reasons why I don't film often. Because my phone, because I record my phone, it picks up every noise. Someone will be walking around and it will pick up the noise of someone walking around. And I don't know how. I'm not the best editor, so I don't know how I would edit in such a way that you would not be bothered by the sound, or you would not even hear the sound. Every time I use editing apps, they ask you to pay, and I'm ready to pay. I will not be paying. I'm a very cheap person, yes, I know. So yeah, this is the granny square size that I'm working with. I already have the smaller ones, so let's see how much I can do before I actually have to leave the house. Let me see what time. I have 30 minutes. Jesus Christ, this took me 30 minutes to do. It's because I was not focused. Also, can I talk about the fact that the sun is actually shining now? After I went to go and pack my clothes from the line outside, after I moved my clothes from the line outside, the sun decided to start shining. If I should get out and rain should fall on me, me and the sun will have beef. I mean, anyways. I'm going to continue working on these, and I hope I'm able to finish the granny squares before I have to leave. Please let me go and get ready for CDS, and I will see you guys when I'm done and ready and about to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk much because of course there are going to be people there and it's going to be noisy. So what I'm going to do is every time I finish a project, I'm just going to show it to the camera. I will not necessarily talk. But that's okay. So yeah. Okay guys, I'm going for CDS today, and I'm dressed already. I should have recorded before coming out because now the noise would be disturbing you, but I did not. Apologize for that. Anyways, I'm on my way for CDS, and look how the way my art looks. If I catch the person who made my uniform. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, I didn't talk in today. See, I would typically talk in, but why didn't I talk in today? I don't even know why. I just did not feel like it. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I have something else to show you, when I've crocheted something. But this is my life. I'm dreading this today. If I could not, I would not. I'm so tired. Okay, let me show you everything I was able to make. So I took this. I don't know if it looks good. I don't know if the colors are fine, but I chose this because they're like similar weight yarns. See, they're very similar compared to the rest of the yarn that I have. A lot of the yarn I have is very thin. And so if I'm going to get this weight, I would double or even triple the yarn. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to go through that. So I actually did not get to make much while I was out, mostly because I wasn't just seated in a spot. I kept moving around. So I made this one, and then I made this one. I did not finish this one. I will finish it before I leave. And then when I got home, I felt so sick. I felt like, not sick per se, but I felt super tired, and I felt like I was going to fall asleep. I think it's mostly because I did not eat before leaving, and I was doing a lot of walking around. I walked and walked and walked and walked. So when I got home, I was like, you know what, I'm going to sleep. And then I was about to sleep when I was like, actually, the problem is that I'm hungry. And what do you think I decided to do? I decided to bake bread. I went to go and bake bread. I said, oh my god, I'm so tired. I feel so tired. I don't know, I'm exhausted. So let me go and bake bread. So I went to bake a loaf of bread, and I ate bread and egg. And it took me about 2 hours to actually make, the proofing and everything. And the problem was that I completely forgot to proof the yeast before including it, like before adding the dry ingredients. I just included it in the dry ingredients from, like, I don't know why. That was such a weird mistake to make, but I ended up not proofing the yeast. And so I was so scared it wasn't going to rise, and it wasn't rising. I proofed the bread like 3 different times. For 20 minutes each, it wasn't rising, and so I was like, you know what? Whatever. I give up. I'm just going to bake the bread. I'm the one eating it anyway, and so I went to bake the bread, and it rose a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. But I have to say that it was the most delicious bread I've ever tasted. Well, maybe not the most delicious bread, but it was very delicious. I was so proud of myself, like, so proud of myself. And so that was when I decided to now calm down and sit down and start. I'll continue crocheting. Now, before you see anything, I was crocheting this in the dark. It was dark while I was crocheting this. Like, the blinds were down and everywhere was dark and cozy. So yeah, I did not see didn't see what I was making. I didn't see what it actually looks like. So I don't know if this looks good. Now that I'm looking at it, this side looks scary, but I'm just going to show it to you. Maybe if this color in the middle was a little bit brighter, if it was like bright yellow or like deep, maybe sunset yellow, it would have made more sense. But I don't like the way, I'm not a fan of the way it looks. I don't know why I was walking in the dark. I don't know. In the dark, it looked so pretty. I was like, oh my god. Anyways, I have to go to church. Okay, so by 7, I'm leaving the house by 7. And before 7, before I leave the house, I need to clean. I need to get dressed and everything. So it's currently, I think, 5. I'm going to be at church overnight, which means I don't like sleeping when I go out overnight. So I know that I'm going to be awake, which means I will have enough time to crochet as much as possible. So I want to take enough yarn with me so that I don't end up, having nothing to do. So I'm thinking of taking this one and this, but the problem with this one is that it's a little bit too big for me to just carry around. So I'm thinking I should take the other pink rather than this one, or if I'm able to quickly wind it before I go, then I might just take a little bit of the pink. with me. I'm going to be taking this. I want to make like a like this art granny squares. So it's going to be a art and then it's going to be a granny square. But yeah, let me pack. I think I'll pack all of this now. You know what? I'm just going to show you whatever it is I have with me when I get to church, when I record in church. But yeah, I don't have many granny squares available yet. Kind of sad, but whatever. So let me go ahead and clean now. Let me know which time. So I've been ready since it's almost 7. I've been ready since, but for some reason I decided to just sit and do absolutely nothing. I decided to do to part my hair into two. I'm going to be wearing a scarf anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll see you guys there. Bye. On Monday, you might be surprised. Why is it Monday? I thought we were supposed to crochet for one day. I was supposed to crochet for one day, and I was supposed to come back on Saturday and make the update video and show you guys everything I made on Friday. But the thing is, when I go back on Sunday, because I went for a video rehearsal, right, and I didn't sleep up until 6 a.m. I got home around 7. So no 6:30. So when I got home, it was still very very gloomy. There was no sun out. And I was like, oh, I can't make the video right now. And I really wanted to make a video, so I tried to turn on the inverter, and for some reason it would not work. Mind you, it wasn't on at all. I was thinking maybe because rain fell, so it didn't get to charge and stuff. So yeah, there was no lights. It was very very dark and gloomy. And if I tried to record, you probably would not see me, or you would not even see what I was showing you guys. And I have to say that Friday was a very very bad day for me to decide to do a video like this, for me to make a video like this, because I was very very busy. I left home around 9, and then I got home by 1. I was not, mind you, I did not have the chance to sit down like for hours on end. I was on my feet most of the time, so I didn't get to crochet much. I was so paranoid about getting rained on. I actually got rained on, but it was not much. But I had gotten to church when the rain started to fall, so I was able to just quickly run and enter the church and get rained on. But I was so paranoid about it. I was like, I know rain is going to fall. I actually recorded the sky. I was like, rain is definitely going to fall, and I actually got rained on. It was so annoying, but whatever. I ended up making 22 granny squares, but you might be wondering, like, I will not lie, that is not an accurate test of how much I can actually crochet, because I was very very busy. So I was so disappointed. I was like, why would I crochet 22 squares? That's just disappointing. I have to do something else. I have to so I decided to change the idea of this video. It's embarrassing. Oh my god, how am I supposed to say, oh, so I'm only able to make 21 squares daily? It's embarrassing. So I decided to turn this video into a using all of my scrap yarn to crochet granny squares, because like if I decide to crochet stuff with all of my yarn, I would not be able to get a complete project, because I don't have enough yarn, like enough balls of every color. So I decided to making granny squares, something like that. And yesterday yesterday I did not sleep. I actually slept early this morning. No, not early this morning, around 8 o'clock or 8:30 this morning. So yeah, I made all of this overnight. Guys, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, I have all of these squares, these ones complete. There are a couple ones on that shared there, but I want to do like a combination of this and the pink, like the light pink as well. So instead of just these ones that I have, I want to do a combination of them. And I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just going to be at home. I'm not showing you my hair because it is a mess right now. So I'm going to be at home all day. So up until maybe from now till about 2, I don't have anything I'm doing, which means I can just sit and crochet. Plus I've also made breakfast for myself. I made pancakes. I mean, my pancake is so fluffy. Take a look at this. It is so fluffy, but the problem is they are all different sizes. Let me show you guys what I mean. There's this massive one at the bottom. It wasn't even the first one I made. See? And then there's this. And then there's this tiny one here. So yeah, I have a bunch of like different sizes. They are they're not sisters, they are friends, yeah. They're friends. They're not twins. So I'm just going to take my, what's it called? I'm going to take my pancake. It's delicious. So I'm going to eat breakfast, crochet. What else? I think that's all. Yeah. I just realized that I've not filmed the outro of this video. I thought I did. You know, when you put a mental note in your head, you're like, oh, I'm going to do blah 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 at blah blah blah, and then you don't do it at that time, and then in your mind you're like, oh, I've done it already because you plan to do it, right? That's exactly what happened to me. And I realized that I tend to do these things where the idea of starting a new project makes me happy. So I'll be working on something and then I'll start a new project because well, it makes me happy. So let me show you guys everything I made. We're going to start with this. I literally cannot find the others. I made four. I don't like the texture of this. It's way too thick. If you know me, you know I don't like working with thick yarn. I love thin yarn. I love, yeah. So this is way too thick for me. So I only made four, but I can't find the other two. I made four of this. So the next we did was this. I made 12. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I made 12 of this. This is basically what it looks like. But I used color changing yarn, so everything like every square looks different. Yeah. So this is I made 12 of this. And then decided to make this. I made 7. Actually, I made 3 different colors and I made 7 each. I made cream with sorry, I made pink with a cream border. I made dark pink with a cream border. I think this is fuchsia pink, I don't know. And then I made a combination of all 3 and then I made 2 of this. So I essentially made all of this. I think I made 21. No, 22, 20, 23. I made 23 grand squares mainly because I wanted to make sort of like a tiny jacket that I can wear over a tank top. So yeah. And then I remember I showed you something that I made earlier in the like the first grand squares I made in the video. I actually took them apart and decided to make these because again I don't like thick yarn. It just bothers me. So I decided to make something like lighter. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made 9 of these. And then I made it in pink as well. 9 of pink as well. Yeah. And then I made these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I'll do with these. They are too thick in my opinion because I can't make any kind of wearable. I'll have to make something like a bag, but then I only have 5, so yeah. In general, let's count everything I made. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So I made 61. No, 62. I made 62 granny squares. And actually I didn't make it all in one day, mostly because the day that I chose to make this granny square project, I was so busy. It was a very stupid idea, like a very, very stupid idea on my part. I should have, yeah. Well, I think I made this spaced out over like a week. I just kept I'll make granny squares today, do other random things, make another granny square. I'm sorry. That is why I'm not able to make videos like every week because I'll start a project today and then in between I'm like, oh my god, I have this beautiful yarn. I should probably start another project and I start another one. And so usually when I'm recording videos, I'm like recording right now. I'm currently recording like 3 different videos. So sorry, I think I'll work on being more intentional and focusing on a project so that I can actually get out with a video weekly. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, how many things I crochet this week? I made one thing this week, but at the end of the month, I'm like with 20 projects. How did I do that? And also because I like just make different. I have different whips, works in progress. I have different websites like every okay. For example, today now I'm currently working on my birthday dress. I'm currently working on a beret for like someone commissioned a beret. So actually, I'm working on two berets. I have all of these granny squares. I have projects that I want to do with them. What else do I have? I have this dress that I've been making. I made it a while back, but then I decided to frog it and then like extend the length. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I'm also working on that as well. So I have a lot of things that I'm currently working on, which is why I kind of like spaced making these grand squares over time. I would just like, oh, okay, I don't have anything to do right now, so let me make a couple grand squares. I'll make 3 grand squares, and then go ahead and do something else and come back and make like 1 grand. Sorry. That was a different tangent. Anyways, I will be sure to make these granny squares into projects. I watched Amazing Grace and I saw that she did something like this where she was like, oh, she made a bunch of granny squares and then she made another video where she made those granny squares into actual, crochet projects. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing that as well. If you're curious and you want to see the things that I will be making, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I promise next week Monday I will be posting this video because I'm posting this one. No, I'm posting this one today, so I'll post the project video next week Monday. I promise you. No matter what happens, no matter what the devil says, I will do it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy watching the video and you think you enjoy watching me in the future, please subscribe to my channel so that help me so I can grow. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you. I'll see you next one. Bye.